You know, detective, trying to intimidate me isn't going to work. I explained it already. All I did was buy ink. Why are you being this aggressive? Security bonds forgery. You know the feds have more complicated safeguards than ink color. There's a specific type of paper, and the printer isn't something an ordinary civilian can purchase. Are you calling me extraordinary? Oh, what a charmer. How is it suspicious? Anyone with internet access can stumble across this information. You have nothing, detective. If you want information from me, maybe remove these cuffs. That'd be a good start. Fine. Loosen them. Detective, do you usually make a lady wait 20 minutes handcuffed before starting? Such a tease. Are you blushing? Focus, detective. It might be hard too, seeing me handcuffed to the table, unable to move. Anything could happen. Detective. Yes, sir. Back to questioning. You really are no fun. You have a profile of me. You know, if you weren't a cop, I'd think you were obsessed with me. So, what do you have on me? Anything good? I did work at that jewelry store. Oh, they found forgeries of their gems. I don't see how that relates to me. I left at an unfortunate time, but, a better opportunity was presented to me. I simply couldn't refuse it. Of course not. This is news to me. Do you really think I'd know anything about creating gems, let alone creating an exact copy of an existing one? Oh, detective, you flatter me, but I am a law-abiding citizen. I'm assisting you in information gathering. How could you make such an accusation? Right, the profile. These are half-baked theories, detective, and I thought police followed evidence, not hunches. Another. Hold on, detective. One question I have about those counterfeit gems. Did the jeweler find out about them being fakes before or after they were sold? No harm done then. They made their money back. Oh, come on, detective. Their reputation? The jewelry industry isn't one with a spotless record. Okay, moving on. Let's hear that second half-baked theory. I'm sure if we put them together, it'll make something fully baked. The casino? Yeah, I worked there a few years back. I'm very familiar about the robbery that took place there, but it's not what you're thinking. I was fired that day. It was because, how did they word it? Failure to follow security protocols of the company. Ugh, you mess up once and they kick you to the curb. When they said, we're like a family, they really weren't kidding. Oh, come on, detective. I'd never mess with casino people's money. They're absolute sharks. How could I have known that people would break in the day I forget to properly lock down the vault? Super unlucky. I don't see this pattern you speak of. You're so cute when you're angry. I'm not playing a game, detective. Just saying what I believe is true. Okay, I'll stop. Do you have any more of these patterns? But I was enjoying going down the history of the parasocial relationship you developed for me. Keep telling yourself that, detective. I don't mind either way. At least I know you aren't afraid of commitment. Was that a smile? You keep showing me these cute sides of you. Wait, I'm getting distracted. I think you missed one more part of our history. Yeah, of course. Years before I worked at that casino, I attended a large poker event being held downtown. It was run by, what was his name again? Right, Victor. See, you do remember. You sat next to me at one of the high roller tables. I could tell it was your first time playing poker with that much money at stake. You were shaking like a leaf. It was so cute. Detective, why do you look so nervous? Remember something from that night? One thing that hasn't changed since we first met? You're so easy to read. During that game, I could see you were about to fold and lose the chips you made throughout the night to even sit at this table. Well, I couldn't have that. With a playful bump of your shoulder, I swapped a card to two of yours. The face you made when it happened was priceless. Since no one noticed the swap, you couldn't say anything. It would draw too much suspicion towards you. So you played along. Tell me, detective, how much money did you make from that night? I'm not blackmailing you, calm down. Hey, give me your hand. Come on, nothing to be hesitant about. My hands are so soft. Here. There you go. Isn't that nice? You keep talking about this hunch you have, or the patterns of criminality you see. What you fail to see is the connection we have. How long have you been tracking my so-called patterns of crimes? Ever since that poker game. I kept tabs on you for about the same time. How could you have forgotten about our first encounter? It felt so much like one of those meet cutes. Yeah, a meet cute. It happens in romantic movies where two people meet in an amusing way. Think about it. A serious detective is in over his head and gets swept away by a beautiful and confident woman at a poker game. Plus, if that theory of me being connected with crimes is true, not saying that it is, detective, but if it was, that would be an interesting story. The moral dilemma of a police officer falling in love with a criminal. The will they won't they trope, and the tension of getting caught. So hot. You think so too? I'm glad you do. So, detective, in this hypothetical will they won't they dynamic, what would you do? Service over pleasure, or pleasure over service? Mm, your lips taste so sweet. I'm sure we can make a wonderful power couple. Unfortunately, I have other plans. Sorry, detective. I hope you aren't too mad at me for cuffing you. I really did enjoy the kiss. But this is payback. Were you looking for these? You need to watch your pockets more carefully. Oh, I could watch you struggle all day. But I have places to be. It was fun catching up. I'm sure I'll see you again soon. Catch me if you can, cutie.